Imagine running your e-commerce store where products just get perfectly tagged.
Yeah.
Descriptions write themselves and
Right.
listings are live on every platform, all while you, I don't know, focus on strategy or maybe just take that much needed vacation.
Yeah.
In today's deep dive, we're spotlighting the top 5 game-changing AI tools every e-commerce business needs to thrive.
Right.
And we'll kick it off with the one and only ClasifAI.
Yeah.
Let's get started. The e-commerce landscape, it's changing faster than ever, right?
Absolutely. And keeping up with all the new tech, it can feel like a full-time job in itself.
No kidding.
Yeah.
But that's why we're doing this deep dive.
Right.
To help you navigate this exciting world of AI-powered e-commerce.
Yeah.
So before we get into the nitty-gritty of specific tools,
Yeah.
can you set the stage for us a little bit? Why is automation so crucial for e-commerce businesses, especially those dealing with massive product catalogs?
Great question. Think about it.
Yeah.
You're managing hundreds, maybe thousands of products.
Right.
Each one needs detailed descriptions,
Yeah.
accurate tagging, and consistent listings across multiple platforms. Doing that manually is not just time-consuming, it's practically impossible to do well.
I could see how that would quickly become overwhelming. You'd be drowning in spreadsheets before you even make a single sale.
Exactly, and that's where AI steps in. It's not just about saving time, though that's a huge bonus. It's about precision, consistency, and ultimately,
Yeah.
creating a better experience for your customers.
Okay, so let's talk about how that actually works in practice. Tell me about ClasifAI. What makes it so special?
ClasifAI is like having an entire team of AI experts working behind the scenes for you. It takes care of those tedious tasks we talked about, tagging, descriptions, even bulk listing creation across different platforms.
Yeah.
And it does all of that with incredible speed and accuracy.
Sounds like a dream come true for any e-commerce business owner.
Huh.
But do we have any real-world examples of how ClasifAI is actually making a difference?
Absolutely. There's this e-commerce clothing store that was struggling to keep up with new product launches. They were spending days, sometimes even a week, just getting a single product listed across all their platforms.
Wow.
Then they implemented ClasifAI, and their listing process went from days to hours. We're talking about a 75% reduction in time spent on those tasks.
Wow, that's a massive time saver.
Yeah.
But did it actually translate into better sales?
Here's the really interesting part. Not only did they save time, their conversions actually increased by 25%.
Really?
And it wasn't just because their products were getting listed faster. The AI-generated descriptions were actually more compelling and engaging for customers.
So ClasifAI is doing more than just automating tasks. It's actually improving the quality of the content and helping businesses connect with their customers more effectively.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. And that's just one example. We're seeing similar results across the board with businesses using ClasifAI.
Okay, so we've established that ClasifAI is a pretty amazing tool. But what about the rest of the AI dream team?
Right.
I'm curious to hear what other solutions are out there. What's next on our list?
Let's talk about Jasper AI.
Okay.
Think of it as your AI copywriter, crafting compelling product descriptions and even marketing content that's tailored to your brand's voice.
So instead of staring at a blank screen, trying to come up with the perfect product description, you can let Jasper do the heavy lifting.
Exactly. And what's really neat is that Jasper allows you to customize the tone and length of the content.
Okay.
So it feels natural and authentic to your brand. No more robotic sounding descriptions.
I love that. It keeps everything consistent and on brand. Speaking of keeping things consistent, let's talk about managing product listings across multiple platforms. I know that can be a huge headache for e-commerce businesses.
You're telling me. That's where Data Feed Watch comes in.
Okay.
It's designed to optimize your product listings for marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, and Google Shopping. Think of it as your personal assistant, fine-tuning every detail to ensure your products get seen by the right customers.
So it's not just about pushing your listings out there. It's about making sure they're actually optimized for each specific platform.
Exactly. And it goes even deeper than that. Data Feed Watch provides real-time performance insight.
Great.
So you can see what's working and what's not. It's all about making data-driven decisions to stay ahead of the curve.
I can definitely see the value in that. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about product images. We all know how important high-quality visuals are for online sales.
Oh, absolutely. A picture is worth 1,000 words, especially in e-commerce.
Yep.
And that's where remove.bg comes in.
Okay.
This AI-powered tool automatically removes the background from your product images,
Yeah.
creating those clean, professional visuals that customers love.
That's a game changer for businesses with large catalogs. No more spending hours manually editing images.
Exactly. And it ensures consistency across all your product photos, which is crucial for building a strong brand identity.
Okay, so we've got tools for tagging, descriptions, listings, and images. What's the last piece of the puzzle?
The final tool on our list is Bulkly.
Oh,
As the name suggests, it simplifies the process of uploading and managing product listings in bulk across multiple platforms.
right.
It's a lifesaver for busy e-commerce businesses who don't have the time to manually upload each individual product variation.
So say goodbye to those late nights spent copying and pasting product details. That sounds amazing. But I'm curious, does Bulkly handle translations for businesses selling internationally?
That's a great question, and the answer is yes. Bulkly integrates with translation tools, making it a breeze for global sellers to reach a wider audience.
Okay, so we've met the entire AI dream team for e-commerce. ClasifAI, Jasper AI, DataFeedWatch, Remove.bg, and Bulkly. They each have their own unique strengths, but it seems like ClasifAI is the real standout here.
Yeah.
What makes it so special compared to the other tools?
What's fascinating about ClasifAI is that it combines multiple automation features into one platform.
Yeah,
Tagging, descriptions, listings, it does it all. So you don't have to juggle 5 different tools to achieve your automation goals.
that's a really compelling point. It's like a one-stop shop for all your e-commerce automation needs.
Yeah.
But what about scalability? Can ClasifAI handle the demands of a growing business?
Absolutely. That's another key advantage of ClasifAI. It scales right alongside your business.
Okay.
As your product catalog expands, ClasifAI's AI algorithms learn and adapt, becoming even more efficient and accurate over time.
So it's not just a tool for startups, it can handle the needs of large enterprises as well. That's impressive. We've covered a lot of ground here. What do you think is the most important takeaway for our listeners so far?
I think the key takeaway is this AI isn't just about automating tasks.
Right.
It's about unlocking human potential. By freeing yourself from those tedious, repetitive processes, you can focus on the strategic, creative aspects of your business that really matter.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's not about replacing humans, it's about empowering them. But let's go a little deeper into the specifics of ClassifAI.
Sure.
We touched on some of its key features, but I'm curious to learn more about how it tackles product tagging. It seems like that would be a huge time saver for e-commerce businesses with large catalogs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Imagine trying to manually tag thousands of products with relevant keywords.
Yeah.
It would be a nightmare. And let's be honest, humans make mistakes. We're prone to inconsistencies, especially when we're dealing with a massive amount of data.
So how does ClassifAI solve this problem? Is it just about speed, or is there something more to it?
ClasifAI uses advanced AI algorithms to analyze product images and descriptions. It's not just blindly assigning tags. It's actually understanding the context of the product and identifying the most relevant keywords. And because it's AI, it's incredibly accurate and consistent.
So no more inconsistent tags, no more miscategorized products, and ultimately a much better browsing experience for your customers.
Right.
That makes sense. But what about product descriptions? We know those are crucial for converting shoppers into buyers. How does ClassifAI handle that aspect?
Well, think about how much time you'd spend writing compelling SEO-friendly descriptions for hundreds or even thousands of products.
Oh, yeah.
It's a daunting task, and frankly, most business owners aren't skilled copywriters.
It's a recipe for writer's block and late nights fueled by coffee.
Exactly. But with ClassifAI, you can say goodbye to those struggles.
Yeah.
It's like having a team of professional copywriters at your fingertips,
Wow.
generating unique and engaging product descriptions that highlight key features, benefits,
Yeah.
and even incorporate relevant keywords for better search visibility.
So it's not just about churning out generic descriptions. It's about creating content that actually resonates with customers and drives sales.
Exactly.
That's impressive. But does it sound like a robot wrote it?
That's one of the things that sets ClassifAI apart.
Okay.
It allows you to customize the tone and style of the descriptions to match your brand's voice.
Oh, nice.
So whether you're going for a playful, witty tone or a more informative, professional style, ClassifAI can adapt to your needs.
Okay, I'm starting to see why you called it a game changer. But let's talk about another major pain point for e-commerce businesses. Managing product listings across multiple platforms. I know that can be a logistical nightmare.
You're telling me manually uploading and updating product listings across different marketplaces is incredibly time-consuming and prone to errors.
Yeah.
It's enough to make anyone want to pull their hair out.
But ClasifAI comes to the rescue once again.
Exactly. One of its most powerful features is bulk listing creation.
Okay.
You can create your product listings once with all the necessary details and then push them out to all your chosen platforms with a single click.
So instead of spending hours jumping between different platforms, you can manage everything from a single dashboard. It's a huge efficiency boost.
Mm,
But what about those hidden costs that often come with scaling a business?
yeah.
Can ClasifAI handle the demands of a rapidly growing e-commerce company?
That's what's so great about ClasifAI.
Okay.
It's designed to scale right alongside your business. As your product catalog expands, its AI algorithms learn and adapt, becoming even more efficient and accurate over time.
That's a game changer for growing businesses. It means you don't have to constantly invest in new tools or hire more staff just to keep up with the demands of your expanding inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But let's not forget about that other standout feature we mentioned earlier, automatic background removal. I'm curious to hear more about how that works and why it's so important for e-commerce success.
You know how important first impressions are, right? Well, in the world of e-commerce, your product images are often the first thing customers see.
Right.
They need to be clean, professional, and visually appealing.
Yeah.
But manually removing backgrounds from hundreds of images, that's a recipe for a major headache.
Not to mention the time and resources it would take to outsource that task to a professional photo editor.
Yeah,
It could get really expensive really quickly.
exactly. And that's where ClasifAI's automatic background removal tool comes in.
Right.
Its AI algorithms can identify the product in an image and seamlessly remove the background, leaving you with stunning product visuals that will make your listings shine.
So it's not just about making your images look pretty. It's about creating a more professional and trustworthy brand experience for your customers.
Right.
I can definitely see how that would translate into increased sales and customer loyalty.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this deep dive into ClasifAI, I want to bring it back to our listeners.
Sure.
We've talked about the features, the benefits, the efficiency gains.
Mm-hmm.
But what does this all mean for someone who's actually running an e-commerce business?
That's a great question. I think the most important thing to remember is that automation isn't just about saving time and money. Those are certainly huge benefits.
Right.
It's about empowering you to focus on what you do best, building your brand, creating amazing products, and connecting with your customers.
It's about working smarter, not harder. And with tools like ClasifAI at your fingertips, you can finally free yourself from those tedious tasks that are sucking up your time and energy.
Yeah. Imagine being able to delegate those repetitive processes to AI so you can focus on the strategic, creative aspects of your business that truly light you up. What could you achieve if you weren't bogged down by manual data entry, listing uploads, and endless product tagging?
The possibilities are endless. You could finally launch that new product line you've been dreaming of. You could invest more time in marketing and customer engagement. You could even take that well-deserved vacation, knowing that your e-commerce store is running smoothly thanks to the power of AI.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of this new wave of AI-powered tools.
Yeah.
They're not just helping us to work more efficiently, they're opening up new possibilities and empowering us to achieve things we never thought possible.
So instead of fearing automation, we should embrace it as an opportunity to level up our businesses and unlock our true potential. I love that message. But I'm curious, what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about AI and e-commerce?
Yeah.
What do you wish more people understood about this technology?
I think the biggest misconception is that AI is going to replace human jobs.
Right.
People see automation and they immediately think robots are taking over, but that's not the reality at all.
Right.
It's a valid fear. But AI isn't about replacing humans. It's about augmenting our capabilities.
Yeah.
It's about taking those tasks that are tedious and time-consuming for us and letting AI handle them so we can focus on the things that we're actually good at. Strategy, creativity, problem solving.
Right.
Those are the skills that will always be in demand, regardless of how advanced technology becomes.
I think that's a really important point.
Yeah.
AI is a tool just like any other tool we use in business.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to us to use it wisely and ethically to enhance our work, not to eliminate the need for human ingenuity altogether.
Speaking of using AI wisely, I'm curious to get your take on the ethical considerations surrounding this technology.
We've talked about the benefits, but are there any potential downsides or risks that we need to be aware of as we embrace AI in e-commerce?
That's a great question, and it's one that we need to be having more conversations about.
Yeah.
AI is a powerful tool, and like any powerful tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Right.
One of the biggest concerns is around data privacy. These AI tools rely on massive amounts of data to function effectively.
Yeah.
So it's crucial to ensure that this data is being collected and used responsibly with the consent of the users involved. Transparency is key here.
So businesses need to be really careful about how they're collecting and using customer data.
Yeah.
And they need to be upfront with their customers about what data they're collecting and why.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond just legal compliance. It's
Right.
about building trust with your customers.
Yeah.
People are more willing to share their data with businesses they trust. So if you're going to be using AI tools that rely on customer data, you need to make sure you're doing it in a way that respects their privacy and earns their trust.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Are there any other ethical considerations that come to mind? What about the potential for bias in AI algorithms? We've seen examples in other industries where AI systems have perpetuated existing societal biases.
Hmm.
Is that something we need to be concerned about in e-commerce?
It's definitely something to be aware of.
Yeah.
AI algorithms are only as good as the data they're trained on.
Right.
So if the data itself is biased, the algorithm will likely reflect those biases.
All right.
This can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes, such as certain products being recommended more often to certain demographics or pricing discrepancies based on location or other factors.
That's a really important point. So it's not enough to just implement AI tools and assume they'll magically solve all our problems.
Yeah.
We need to be actively involved in monitoring these systems, identifying potential biases, and making sure they're being used fairly and ethically.
Right.
It's an ongoing process. It sounds like there's a lot to consider here,
Uh,
but I don't want our listeners to feel overwhelmed or intimidated by AI.
yeah.
We've talked about the potential risks, but let's bring it back to the positive.
Okay.
What are you most excited about when it comes to the future of AI and e-commerce?
Mhm.
What are the possibilities that get you really fired up?
What excites me the most is the potential for personalization.
Okay.
Imagine a world where every customer has a completely tailored shopping experience,
Yeah.
where product recommendations are so accurate, it feels like the website is reading their mind,
Mm-hmm.
where customer service is so seamless, it feels like you have a personal assistant at your beck and call.
Right.
That's the power of AI.
It's like taking the best aspects of a human interaction, the empathy, the understanding, the ability to anticipate needs, and scaling it up to reach millions of customers simultaneously. That's pretty amazing.
It is. And it's not just about improving the customer experience.
Right.
AI can also help businesses make smarter decisions about everything from inventory management to marketing campaigns. Yeah. We're talking about a whole new level of data-driven insights that can revolutionize the way e-commerce operates.
So it's not just about working faster or more efficiently. It's about working smarter and making better decisions that ultimately lead to better outcomes for both businesses and customers.
Right.
I love that vision. But it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of this AI revolution.
Mm-hmm.
We've come a long way, but there's so much more to explore and discover.
Mm-hmm.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a call to action. What's one thing you would encourage our listeners to do today to start embracing the power of AI in their own e-commerce businesses?
Start small.
Go.
Don't feel like you need to overhaul your entire operation overnight.
Yeah.
Pick one area where you think AI could make a real difference, whether it's product tagging, description writing, or listing management, and experiment with one of the tools we discussed.
Mhm.
See how it works for you, learn from the process, and gradually expand your use of AI as you become more comfortable with the technology. The key is to start somewhere. Take that first step, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve.
That's great advice. Don't be afraid to experiment, learn as you go, and most importantly, have fun with it.
Yeah.
This is an exciting time to be in e-commerce, and AI is going to play a huge role in shaping the future of this industry.
Mm-hmm.
So buckle up and get ready for the ride. That's it for our deep dive into the world of AI-powered e-commerce.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, and be sure to check out the show notes for links to all the tools we discussed today. Until next time, keep exploring, keep innovating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of e-commerce.
We'll see you in the next deep dive.